My name is Jamela Lrato, and this first piece that I'm going to do is strictly about how artists tend to express our feelings. Sometimes we, in our day-to-day, are not able to express our feelings like we would like to, and sometimes can come out in ways that we're not necessarily proud of at the end of the day. So this poem is strictly about how myself as an artist expresses my emotions, without bail money. So there you go. This is called Scribble. I cannot seem to verbalize the immaculate sunset God painted across the skyline. So in an effort to report how wonderful my God is, to those who have not realized his treasure yet, or to those who like me to just need another reminder, I scribble and cross out so I can come up with most suitable words that will somehow give justice to the majestic golden blue rivers of testimony that mingle with silken humors. And my eyes begin to water as I push pen across pad, trying to capture this feeling before the peaceful brilliance in the darkness of night replaces this daily changing affirmation of who God is. So I write. I write because, nigga, I really want to punch you in your throat. But I don't have enough bail money, and punk, you're not worth my freedom. And God gave me these weapons that are my pen and my past. So I'll erase you from my life between blue rose and white backgrounds, and I strip a dog dead across that red line that runs down my page. So I write. I write because I really want to profess my love for you. But every time I open my mouth, something utterly freaking stupid falls out. So to keep my size 9.5 foot from going any further down my quivering pie hole, I commit to spilling my ode to you and your mama and your daddy for being responsible for this beautiful man that caused my mouth to get a little juicy every time I get in close proximity of this God in man's flesh. So I write. I write because I really don't want you to know how hurt I am. But I must confess my pain in some form, and if I keep this inside, it will devour me like some kind of flesh-eating parasite. And you don't deserve the opportunity to be the cause of any self-destruction that I might inflict on myself. So I bleed my anguish into black and white composition books and ink spatters onto page like blood dripping from my forearms after cutting. Just might feel something other than the way that you make me feel. So I write. I write because I want to laugh with no sound. I want to cry with no tears. I want to smile without anyone seeing. I want to yell without anyone hearing. I want to confess my sins without a priest. I want to lash out like a ravenous beast. I want to heal myself inside of some written lyrics. I want to write so much I get nauseated and vomit up microphone spit seed. I want to wish light to you. I want to chase death away from you. I want you to fully understand how much I love you. I want you to fully understand how much I just can't stand you. See, I want you to record injustice inflicted on my generation. I want to start a revolution in my people's degradation. I want to inspire like change of petitions. I want to write eloquent letters that will change wicked politicians' decisions. I want to start the fight now rather than later. And I want to do all of this beginning with one piece of paper. And for those of you who do not understand why people like me choose to bury their heads into notebook or jot down epiphanies or on the back of our hands or empty pizza boxes or walls or desks or matchbooks or anything loud ink-seeking, quit trying to figure it out. Because unless you pick up one yourself, you'll never understand the power that we possess in our pens. And because God saw fit to bless all of us with this complicated but simple voice from me, there is no other choice. So, all right. Thank you. I get it?
Got another one?
Oh, you want me to do another? Because I love, and for a long time I loved and didn't really know what it was, but I knew what I wanted. And I came across many examples of this love that didn't serve my heart well, nor did I serve the one that I was supposed to love well. So I wrote down how I wanted to love and how I wanted to be loved in return. And for a long time I did this poem, and I never had what I wrote down. And then one day I met and married what I wrote about. It was almost like I wrote my mate. So this poem is about that. Take my soul, only because you are man enough to share it with me. What we have needs no inane titles like commitment, relationship, bond, and correlation. We just simply are. We are what others only hope that they will find in a lifetime. We are lyric. We are the epitome of the essence of jazz and blues and deep soul music wrapped inside of R&B and operatic overtures. We are wind. Breezes of adoration that dance the pattern of ballroom performers that long to be born flamenco dancers. We are science. Each detailed touch and taste has become a newfound discipline. We have studied each other's bodies and spirits in only a way that quantum physicists can comprehend. We are art. Fevered brushstrokes of painters willing to cut off the needed extremities and dedication to what is purely defined as us. What we have are what poets wrap convoluted metaphors around because they are willing to allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to the possibility of something that cannot be defined as love, affection, devotion, or tender friendship. We just simply are. So we are math. Because we know that 1 + 1 does not just only equal 2, but also 7. Because when we execute a summation of our third eye wisdoms in sync, it can only be the equivalent of completion. We are balanced. Because we know the scales that measure the compatibility between the two of us never tips to one side more than the other, no matter how much the outside world tries to redistribute the weight, because nobody wants to see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you, baby. We are melodious because our bodies have learned to commune in a language that can only be heard by the fine-tuned hearing of our desire for each other. We are water because no human being can go no more than 7 days without it, and what we have is not the exception to the rule. Here, we can't go without talking to each other within a span of an hour. We are fire. Not your average blaze, but something similar to massive conflagration. What we have inside of us, blue flames aspire to grow up to be, in the intensity of furious passion flickering between the two of us has moved far past simple sex acts, but has ascended to levels of celestial orgasms only felt by way of osmotic pressure. We are not complicated. Because when we touch, it just feels right. And when we talk, it just feels right. And when we look into each other's eyes, damn, Daddy, it just feels right. And we know that there's no pressure to put titles or governmental papers behind what we are, because we are simply just us. That's justice wrapped inside of just us. So yeah, Daddy.
Jay.
What's up, son?
So look, you've been doing this for a long time. What, about 7, 8 years, maybe a little more.
Since 2013.
That's it.
Spoken word, yeah. I've been writing since I was 13.
Okay. Damn, here's my question. First question. Why? Why you put yourself out there? Why you bleed your heart into the paper and all this, talking about your personal business, your feelings? Why? What's the point?
Funny story. When I started, before I started doing spoken word in front of everybody, of course I was writing since I was like 13, because I was really smart kid, made straight A's, but I was a really bad kid. So my father got tired of coming from school. He's a pastor. So it was annoying for him to come from work, to come to school, to get me out of trouble every time. And he was like, look, we got to talk about this. He's like, you have to find some other way.
Another outlet.
To get this anger out of you. You got to find, because he was very like Black Power. So he always instilled in me who I am as a black woman. And when you give a child wisdom like that, they might take that and just go insane with it. So I always felt like I had to like put my foot down, you know what I'm saying, show my blackness, and that's what happened with that. And most of the places that we went to school were like predominantly white, so I always had problems because I was a little weird looking girl. And so he told me, he's like, look, here's a journal, write in it. I don't care what you write in it, write in it. And I was like, what you want me to write? So I did that for about a good month. And I was like, Dad, I don't know what to write. He was like, well, let me give you some introspect on this. He took me to the library, and he gave me a book called Cotton Candy on a Rainy Day by Nikki Giovanni.
Okay.
Fell in love.
That was it?
Poetry. I was already a fan of poets, but in the schools that I went to, I only heard about Shakespeare and Poe and people like that.
Right.
And of course, I was fans of them, but to see a black woman do it in the fashion that she did it sparked a whole new love for me. Now, actually doing spoken word, though, I was in a really bad relationship, and I met this man in the mall. His name was Khalid Goodman, and he jumped out of nowhere and was like,
kiosk.
Yeah, jumped out of nowhere. Was like, hey, you look like an artist. And I was like, okay. And he was like,
did he hit you with you want to hear a poem?
Yeah. So he was like, I got this poem for you. And he did his poem, like, blah, 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 blah. He just was running off his poem. And I was like, that's kind of dope. Because at the time, I was watching Dead Poet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? HBO was real hard. You know what I'm saying? And dude was like, yo, I got this open mic, and I want you to come. You like this poetry? Come here some more. I went to the open mic. He was like, okay, now that you're here, I know you're a writer. So he didn't know me from Adam. He didn't. I happened to bring in my pad and pen. I was sitting there writing. He said, you about to get on this mic and do this poem you just wrote. And I was like, no, son, I ain't going to do that. No, that's not what's about to happen.
That's him.
So throughout the night, he kept doing it. He's like, all right, I tell you what. You ain't got no choice. He got on the mic and was like, hey, we calling Jamela up to the mic right now. And I was like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
So I went to the mic and I spoke this poem, and it was about, I think it was about like cereal, like my kids and cereal, like how they eat all my cereal and don't eat theirs, like eat all my good stuff, and then they leave me to eat regular stuff to eat, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that was what was the poem about. And after I got off the stage, people enjoyed it, they clapped, okay. But this lady came up to me, and she had just did a poem about having HIV, had everybody in the room in tears. And she came up to me and she said, I don't think you understand how much that poem meant to me. And I looked at her like, chick, you dying? And you thought my poem was cool? And I knew right then that it was an outlet not just for myself, but for other people. And that's why I continued to do it, because I had this hunger to get this out of me. So long I kept everything to myself, and I wanted to get it out of me. It was like therapy. And every time I got on mic, it was like how if you're sick and you have to purge everything out of you, get that sickness out of you.
Yeah.
That's what the mic did for me. I purged everything on the mic, and it changed the way I was. It gave me the power to get out of that relationship, which I had doing a long time, and it gave me the power to step out in the community and do more work for community work, and it gave me the power to be a businesswoman. It just really pushed me to do things that I never thought that I would do, because I kept myself closed down. I started shutting off. It unlocked a beast, dude.
Yeah.
It did, not necessarily the poetry itself, but it unlocked a whole nother person in me. And that's why I continue to do the spoken word aspect of things. It was beautiful, man.
Yeah, I just do it But now I can relate, the therapeutic part of it, the catharsis. It was therapy for me. Actually, that's what the book is about. That I just published is more about therapy. This is what I was going through, putting out there. But the funny thing you said, like your dad gave you this new wisdom, this knowledge, right, about writing, or just in teaching you who you are as a black person. You in school, like,
Yeah, I got so much.
And you you got to be careful what you tell kids, because they might not take it in the sense that you intended. Thing with me, like my fascination with words, my grandmother. I told some people this story. My grandmother tells me when I was 7, I'm a comic book kid, right? Had all the comics. My mother used to read me comic books for bedtime stories, but she had to make the sound. Like, Mama, you ain't make the sound, Mama. She had to go pow, all that, right? My grandmother tells me that if I learn words, I'll be powerful, right? Then she tells me Malcolm X had learned the whole dictionary. I didn't even know who Malcolm X was at the time. I was 7, but I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know if I can learn the whole dictionary, but I can learn words, right? So when she tells me if I learn words, I'm going to be powerful, in the 7-year-old mind, I'm thinking there's going to be a number. When I get to that number, amount of words that I know, it's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get the power. Yeah, I'm going to get the power, right? When I get older, I realize what she meant. I will be powerful because I mastered the language, the words, and I can articulate myself any way I choose to. It gave me the power. And her and my mother gave me the love and desire to read and to write and everything, whatever, and it came from that. But similar, kind of similar, different, but similar. Like, she told me something, and I took it and ran with it in a way, but then it stuck, and then I'm stuck with wanting to know words. Like, I still look up words to this day. Like, I don't know that word. And learn it, master it, now I got it. And you know I say something.
I used to do that, right?
You know, and that's what it is. But look, thank you for coming, sharing your craft with us and everything.
Thank you for having me.
Where you going to be at next? What you got going
on? Next, First Amendment. It's a poetry event that happens in Goldsboro. They usually have it like I want to say it's like the second or third Thursday in the month. It's at the Laughing Owl in Goldsboro, and I will be there. And also, I think it's first Saturdays. Was it first Saturday or first Fridays?
First Saturday.
First Saturdays every month in Goldsboro. Also, a part of the Downtown 81 art and open mic show. I'm hosting that as well.
Flying Shamrock.
Flying Shamrock, first Saturday. And it's an amazing show. Get to see some great art. Get to hear some great works from people. People are just like drawn while you're there. And it's amazing, man. So, yeah, Downtown 81.
I love it. I've been there. It's a great show. You guys can check it out.
Downtown
Yeah. Once again, thanks, kid. And I'll see you soon.
All right.
All right.